Okay, you guys, oh my gosh, it is Tuesday night, our monthly Tower Talk that we are doing today, and we are so thrilled that you are joining us tonight. This call will be recorded, and so I've already started that process. So my name is Tammy. I am a gardener, as you'll be hearing about tonight. And then we are going to be hearing from 3 different people tonight and their garden experiences. So super, super exciting. These people are passionate about our health and just introducing simple growing, especially for us that live in the Midwest. We've had a really nice fall, but we know the snow is coming soon. And where do we get our fresh produce, right? So we have an option to get it at home or at the grocery store. So we are going to be talking about our tower gardens tonight. And so we just so we can get through things tonight, we just ask that all questions are held to the end. When I stop the recording, we can stay on for a few minutes and answer any questions that you have. And we are just so thankful that you are here. We'll be about a half an hour tonight, so we can be respectful of your evening. So let me go ahead and do this on speaker view, and then we'll get started. So Angela, are you starting tonight?
I think Ingrid's gonna go first and show a video.
Okay, yes. Ingrid. All right, so Ingrid is amazing. Ingrid lives in the city of Chicago, and she is doing all kinds of different learning and courses on just urban gardening and even cannabis and some other things, and just really is passionate about helping people to grow. So Ingrid, thank you for being here tonight, and I'll turn it over to you.
Am I a moderator now? So I can share my screen? I think I need to be a moderator though, Tam.
I made you one.
Okay. I am not seeing the share.
Let me double check.
You can share, got you.
Are you good?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. This is how the tower garden works. This is what people are always asking. How does this work? How does this work? Here is how it's done.
Garden's state-of-the-art aeroponic vertical garden system uses both water and air to produce more colorful, better tasting, and incredibly nutritious fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Tower Garden has a 20-gallon reservoir at its base that stores the Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Developed by experts in plant and human nutrition, Tower Tonic Mineral Blend enables superior plant growth and better nutrition from your Tower Garden produce. The process begins once the seedlings have been placed in your tower garden. Here they will be nourished with Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Inside the reservoir is a small, low-wattage submersible pump. The pump pushes the nutrient solution up through the tower to the top. From there, the nutrient solution drips through the central tower using a special device that evenly cascades the solution over the exposed plant roots. On the journey down the tower, the nutrient solution feeds the roots and becomes highly oxygenated as it cascades gently down the reservoir. This process is continuous, providing fresh oxygen, water, and nutrients to the roots of the plants. This patented aeroponic process enables food crops to grow faster than they would in soil, so they can be harvested more often. And it makes Tower Garden a healthier, easier, smarter way to grow your produce.
All right, so this is my daughter here from day 15 to day 52. This was 5 years ago this happened. It feels like an eternity. But yeah, that's what happens when we teach our children how to grow food. You know, they're going to teach their children, and it's something really important in today's whole entire environment, you know. This is the littlest addition to our family, Mr. Jackson. He was totally fascinated by the little bugs, okay, because that does happen outdoors, but it doesn't happen indoors. This is the basil that I have on, or had this summer. Those leaves are the size of my hand. So I really want to preserve those seeds. And I kind of did something where accidentally over the years found out that when plants go to seed after they flowered, you can preserve those seeds and then grow again. So I want to save these seeds. I ended up taking my tower garden down to the last 2 pieces of it. So you can see if you're getting towards the end of something, you can shrink it down as you go. It's worked for me in the past, and I would recommend to people, go wild. It's aeroponic farming. So this was October 24th. I took these seeds here, put them in some rock wool, and 4 days later, I had some little baby plants popping up. So that being said, now, what is it, 16 days later, I have a whole bunch of greens ready to be planted in my tower garden right behind me. So, I mean, I could turn the light on, but that's kind of blinding. So yeah, all I need to do is add the nutrient solution at this point for the first like 2 weeks, because the seeds have enough nutrients in them to get them through their first couple of weeks, right? And then, so we need to add a little bit more nutrients. So when I put these guys underneath the light, I was adding a 50% solution of like tower tonic and water. And then when I put them into here, I'll give them about like 75%. And then after a week, check, make sure the water levels are really good. Probably twice a week, it's a good idea to check the pH on it, because if something's a whack, you can't get it back. Once you kill it, it's done. And I've done plenty of killing, so it's not a thing I'm interested in doing anymore. So I kind of try to tend to my pH levels and making sure I'm putting in enough nutrients. And also towards the end, like what I have going on outside, I'm not giving it any more nutrients. For like the last month, I just kind of flush it. You know, I don't need the extra nutrients anymore. I'm not trying to grow. So that's what I have to share with you folks. Oh, also, I was going to say, you can use like little cups or little clips to pop your plants into the tower. And it's pretty simple. You just grab a rock wool cube and ta-da. It does not take a lot of effort. And I am on my chair just to demonstrate that even if I couldn't stand, I can deal and make good food at home in my sunroom. Okay. And I live in an apartment with a roommate, and I might just be that hippie chick, but I'm telling you guys, what I'm learning is kind of scary about the planet and about the future of our food sources. So it's like on my heart that I have to share this with people and let them know, man, if you've got a will to make it work, it can work. So I'm really blessed to know about these tower gardens, and had it not been for people like Tammy and Patty and all of you guys on here with your towers, just like spreading this word around, we would be doing this world a total injustice. So that's my piece.
Yes, and I love, Ingrid, you do not have a big space that you're growing your food in. A lot of people, when they think garden, they think I need a lot of room in my house, or I don't have the room. But look at, you have this small sunroom here and you're growing your garden there.
And we make good use of our space. So my roommate has his desk over there, and we have plants all over it because he has another desk in his room. And we've got plenty of space over here to grow food.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All righty. So do we have Angela next then?
Yes, I'm gonna go next.
All right. And Angela, she's a hairstylist in her own home and a mom of 2 children, busy mom, right? And yet you are growing at home as well. So we're excited to hear from you.
Hello. Yeah, I'm actually growing in my salon right now. So you do see my sink and my whole setup over here, but all of my customers really do like listening to it sound like a waterfall. So I'm basically just going to tell you a little bit about it. Tower Garden is a vertical aeroponic system that can grow 200 types of fresh fruits, vegetables. You can even grow herbs. You can grow flowers. I know Tammy has a bunch of pictures of flowers that she grows. It basically works by pumping a mixture of water and nutrients just up from the basin through the center of the tower that we saw in the video. And the mineral enhanced water then rains down and provides the plants each of them exact amount of water and nutrients that they need. The automatic timer takes care of the watering. That leaves you time to do whatever planning and other stuff that you need to do. But my 3 advantages of having an aeroponic gardening is because, first of all, it's healthier. Second of all, it's easier. And third, it's just smarter. And the 98% less space that we need with using this, it's 98% less water and 3 times growing faster than we can grow. There's no digging, there's no weeding, and there's no soil involved. So yes, no bugs. And I'm going to show you mine. You can grow year round, so people can grow it outside or indoor. I have a home, and I actually have 32 plants on it. And I'm going to show you mine. And I'm using mine more for doing salads. I have an autoimmune disease, and I was actually told that I should just eat fruits and vegetables in cans, and I was totally against that. And this is my way of eating fresh fruits and vegetables and being able to do it. So I'm going to show you my home version. I don't know if the lighting is good. Can you guys all see? So I decided to do lettuce and kale and cilantro and arugula and mixed greens, and just look at the color of it. I mean, it's just gorgeous. I had a salad this afternoon. That's pretty much what I eat. And I mean, look at that purple leaves on it. It's awesome. So I keep it in my salon. It waters itself, and it feels like it's a water fountain in here. And I also took this apart 3 weeks ago. So this is 3 weeks now, going on, I think, 4 weeks this week of plants that I can enjoy and eat. And I start mine out in the rock wool that she has told us, and I put them right in the seeds right here, and I make little sticks that I use for waxing, and I label mine. And it has an indicator on it that tells us when we need to fill it up. So I get the kids involved, and we do the seeds together, and they water it with me, and we put the mineral A and B right into it. And then I don't know how many people remember caboodles, but I'm actually using mine to put all my seeds in it and keep everything all nice and organized. And that was my little easier way of keeping everything and labeling and all the rock wool. And then I came across this thing, which is the citric acid, to help clean it. This was like the best thing that I came up with. It's natural, and it takes not that long to clean it. Then my son and I put it together because he loves building Legos, and it was like Legos for him that night. And we put it together with some great help of Andy and Ingrid. And we're like a big team here. So we all help each other out and work together. But I have to say, just the taste of it and not going to the grocery store is like my favorite part of the whole thing. So that's why I decided to do my tower gardening inside, because I don't like to deal with bugs and dirt and weeding. And I've grown it all. Right now, I'm actually trying some lavender on it, and that's new for me. And I do have some green beans. I've never done them before, but I'm gonna experiment with it. I have, and then the basic, the kale, arugula, like I said. So that's what I'm talking about tonight. And I'm gonna turn it over to Andy.
Thanks, Ange. Your tower looks great. It looks so awesome. My tower is right here. I love her. Those are all my little kitties right there. It's only 9 days old. I planted everything on October 31st. And what is it, November 9th? So, and it's really starting to blossom. I'm loving it. That's all I really eat is lettuce. And I've got like 13 different things on here, which I'm super excited about to start eating off of. Now, the thing about Ange mentioned, and so did Ingrid, about how the food is not as fresh in the grocery stores, even if it's organic, because it's picked too soon. It gets on a bus or a plane or a train, then it comes all the way over here from wherever it's coming from, and all that nutrition is gone. I got a bag of organic lettuce sitting in my fridge that it's been sitting up there for a week. Who knows? It's organic, but most of the nutrition is gone. So luckily, when I can start eating off this thing, I just walk downstairs, cut off what I want to take. I've got arugula on mine, basil. I got 5 different kinds of lettuce. Whoops. I got a bunch of different things that I love. I got zucchini growing on here, so I'm super excited about it. I got everything is filled. There's 13 different things on my tower. I turn the lights off. I don't know if the girls mentioned, everything's on a timer. You don't have to do anything. The lights are on a timer. The water is on a timer. That's all you got to do. Like Ingrid said, the nutrients twice a week and check your pH twice a week, and then you're golden. Yeah, you got to clean. I'm starting to get a little, I think this is some mineral buildup that comes around the edge. I don't know if you could see that. You just wipe that off. It's not a big deal. It's very simple and easy to clean. And it's just been such a great thing to have. And I ate off my tower for almost a year, and then I took it apart to clean it. And then I got lazy and I didn't put it back together. And then I had these 3 beautiful women helping me get back on track with my tower garden. Like Ange said, there's always somebody there to help us with questions, with encouragement, with support. So that's what's so great about this community. So that's why I love working with the Tower Gardens and working with these 3 beautiful women and eating fresh greens right off my garden. So thanks for listening. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Your tower looks amazing. And Andy, at the top there, can you talk a little bit? Now that's for microgreens, correct? The very top,
Yeah.
the little pieces.
Those are for microgreens and herbs. I've got cilantro's up here, basil's up here, and parsley's up here. Yeah.
So now, do you eat those when they're little? Do you eat them as microgreens, or do you let them grow bigger and transplant them down to the lower, bigger level?
I let them grow a little bigger than put them down low. Yeah.
All right.
But
Good.
sometimes I'll take it off and just eat it. Like here, like right now. Oh man. Oh,
I
I'm
will
so
say
little.
there was one point that I had 82 plants in my living room here, and that's because of being able to do these microgreens. I had 2 stacks of these. So this right here doubled is 32 plants. This is 16 just by itself. And I have a small head, but it's kind of like the size of my head.
Oh, I forgot to mention that when you do buy a tower, that they do give us about 10 seeds, and you can buy them at, your local grocery store or Home Depot. There's a place called Johnny Seeds. A lot of us do get together and we buy a lot of them and we kind of split them up. So we do work together as a group, but we can always reach out to us. It's, like I said, it's pretty easy. And does anybody have any questions? Thanks for joining us.
Okay. Yeah. So just on a quick note, a couple of things that we've heard you talk about is it's easier, healthier, and smarter. Our produce, I'm a nurse by trade, although I haven't been a nurse. I haven't worked as a nurse in 8 years. I keep my license up to date, but it's just the field of medicine has not gone to where I want it to be, where I'm really working on those relationships and working from the inside out, as we know, with limitations of the healthcare system. But this has been such a great gift of health to be sharing with people. And I've actually been with the Tower Garden Company for 14 years. And we also have another product called Juice Plus, which is concentrated fruits and vegetables in a capsule. And then we have a plant-based omega. So we're all about helping people with lifestyle, growing their own produce, and then the simplicity of getting them in a capsule consistently 24 days, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And I love the tower because I travel a lot. And like you heard, it self-waters itself. The lights are on a timer. Everything is easy. So I just have to have somebody come in and make sure that my water level is high. And I grow indoors and outdoors in the summer, of course. But indoors, the water only has to be topped off like maybe every 2 or 3 weeks. And I might throw in a little additional nutrients just to kind of give the plants a little extra food. But it's been so simple and easy. And my grandkids, I have 3 grandkids, and the neighbor kids have come over, and we've made this a community. You've heard about the family, right? The kids helping out. But the community of kids growing seeds themselves and watching things grow, they're much more apt to try things. And I had one time my granddaughter and her friends were riding bicycles, and they were probably about 8 or 9 at the time. And they were just eating off the tower, like Swiss chard and mustard greens and all these things. And they would stop, eat, and say, what does that taste like to you? And then they go back out and ride. And then they come back and they taste something else. And so it's just this whole nature of something that's more normal for the kids to start eating too. And our kids are our next generation. And we don't get rental bodies after this one. So we have to be aware and intentional about what we're feeding ourselves and putting into our bodies, and then modeling that to the younger generation as well. And it's never too late. It's just never too late to change the health of our bodies and stuff. So, so that's a great thing. The other thing is, you might have noticed two different kinds of gardens. One that Andy had was the home garden. And I think, Ingrid, you have the flex, correct? Yeah. So if you notice, Ingrid's tower is a flex. That one can be grown both indoors and outdoors. That holds 20 gallons of water. And then, Ingrid, could you talk, unmute yourself so you come up on the screen?
Hi, yeah.
There you go. So you can see her base. It holds 20 gallons of water. And this one, it's a little bit heavier, so it can go both indoors and outdoors. And then, Andy, can you zoom in again? Can you say something so we can go back to yours?
The home has it's 13 gallons.
Right.
It's a little bit smaller base.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I used to keep it in over there in the corner, but I moved it. I used to keep it in the corner over there, but I moved it in a smaller space in my back room here. So it fits in a lot of different places. Very, very easy to move and put in different places.
And that one is on wheels, correct? Automatically, it's on wheels. So it's very easy to move from one place to another. And then you heard about our environment, so we're also helping our environment, less gas and trucks. And with everything going on, it's harder and harder to get. I don't know if you guys are concerned about the produce and getting good produce like we talked about. But I've been growing the tower for, I don't know, 7 years or whatever. And I've never had to use any pesticides or anything. I had aphids once on my garden, but I actually got a plant from somewhere else, and that's where the aphids came in. So if you do grow a tower, you want to make sure what you're growing around, if the windows are open or if you have house plants that you bring in, they could contain some little friends that want to fly away into your tower garden. So just always be aware and keep things going. But because I've been growing so long, I know what my water's at, and I never check my pH anymore, which is brilliant. I don't have to worry about it. But some people do, and they have to adjust. So there's an acid and a base solution to adjust your pH to keep it at that very good growing level. So it's just really fun. It's nutritious. It's healthy. You've got the lights. For me personally, I have struggled with some depression in the winter months when we don't have any sunshine. And so to have those lights in the house are just so brilliant. I can't begin to tell you. And then that flow of the water and the sound of, kind of like Angela said, it sounds like a waterfall. I love that. It's just so good for my heart and my soul. So it's good. So and then, gosh, Angela, we can always share this with you too. She makes a killer pesto from her basil that she grows on here. And so we have a recipe book with some ideas. So if you're interested in that recipe book about farm to table, talk to the person who invited you and we'll get that out to you. So I think that's about it for now. We really want to be respectful of your time this evening. We appreciate you taking the time. It's fun to grow fresh, grow local. It's the wave of the future. And I'm going to go ahead and end there. And then we'll stand for a few minutes in case anybody has any questions. So let me go ahead and see if I can end this recording.